Oh, that was so tight. That was so dope.
Welcome
Welcome back, Slackers. What's really good?
What's good? What's going on?
Not much, man. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying this Miami Milwaukee game. Is close, man. 87-80 right now, looking like. Trying to finish it off. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, man. They're up 3-1. I don't see how they don't get it done, but
yeah,
But yeah, Say Like a Champ, episode 54. That's what's up.
54.
And we are doing the Slac Express today. Got the Lakers coming on momentarily after this Heat Bucks game, so I'm trying to get to that. So I'm gonna have that on the recording, and we'll watch that afterwards. But for now, let's get straight to it. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yo,
what up? Welcome everybody. Welcome to Slack Say Like a Chat episode 54. Stephanie, chill on them hashtags. No, I'm just playing. Welcome. We in there. No saying what's up. Really quick, guys. This your boy Streezy. As always, I'm a co-host with me, Mr. A-Dub in the building. What's up, sir?
Just living the dream as always.
I feel it. Before we get started, bring Myra in. If you guys are watching on YouTube, whatever the case may be, please like, follow, all that fun stuff, subscribe so you guys know when we post any of the new video content up, because me and Ada have been super busy lately with putting out new stuff. So I appreciate you, brother, on that as too. We're just getting it popping, man. Really moving.
Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Myra? How are you doing today?
What's up, guys? I'm doing well. How are you all?
Good.
I like the jerseys. We're ready for football season.
Exactly. Yes. As y'all can see, we decided to don the jerseys today because we are 2 days away. We've been heavy on our countdown. Yeah, we are very excited for football season to return. Let's see. One thing real quick. Our man, super producer, is going to be. He might join us a little bit later, but he is tied up. As we always know, he's a super busy man. But we appreciate him, and we always miss him when he can't be with us. But hopefully, he might be able to check in with us later on in the show. But until then, much love, brother. We appreciate you. Do your thing.
Yeah.
Marcus.
All right. So I say anything you guys want to do for checking in before we just get straight to it, or what?
We got basketball on tonight.
This is the Slac Express. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get it. All aboard the Slac Express.
Thumbs up, we all good? Thumbs up. Keep it moving.
What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL Talk.
Let's get it.
All right. So as we just talked about, NFL season starting Thursday. We are very excited with the Houston Texans at the Kansas City Chiefs. We want to do a couple of things to clean or set the table real quick before the season does start. One thing is we did get our Yahoo Pick'em League going. So if you guys can hit the link in our bio and join that, it'll be really dope. Basically, all it is you just pick the winners each week, as we do on the show, which we will do in a few moments. You just pick who you think is going to win, and then whoever gets the most picks right that week will win a prize. And I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to do the prizes, but Strizzy, I'm going to talk to you about that. I have a kind of an idea.
Okay,
about what we're going to do. And then also, I was kind of thinking too. I don't know about this if this is too much, but I'm thinking maybe $50 cash if anybody gets 16 out of 16 right.
Yes.
That's just that's a big thing right there, because I've never seen that happen in the pool that I've been involved in. I've been doing it for a while. So I'm thinking something like that would be appropriate too. That's just right off top. If you get all those right, whatever prize is, plus some cash on top of that as just a little incentive, because
cash
I'm
money.
going to try to win that. Yeah, I'm going to try to win that too.
For real.
And I've always wanted to get a 16-0 perfect bracket, but
yeah,
we will show that in just a second. I did want to talk about a couple transactions real quick and get your guys' takes on them if you guys had any. Adrian Peterson signed with the Lions. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Good
Clowney to the Titans.
for the Titans.
Yeah, their defense is pretty fierce already.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Watson got his money. Deshaun Watson got extended, and also DeAndre Hopkins got extended.
Yep.
Both of them getting good guaranteed money, so that's what's up.
Big time.
One guy that I like, and I'm still kind of checking on, Josh Rosen, went to the practice squad of the Bucks.
Yeah.
Which, you never know. But I do feel bad for him as like such a top pick, and he just never really got a chance to latch on anywhere. But
he hasn't.
That man is securing the bag at home.
Oh yeah,
securing the bag. $12,000 a week, and he doesn't even have to report. Yeah.
Which I'm actually I'm really curious about with the Josh Rosen thing. I kind of feel like with Tom Brady obviously on his way out, I think that they want him to be kind of like on the active roster, kind of learning from Tom. You know what I mean? I think, like we said, Rosen could really learn in certain places. I thought if not the Bucks, maybe the Steelers go there and kind of learn from Big Ben. I think he's probably better than any other backups they've got there as well. So I'd be really interested to see if him kind of somebody drops on, hits the IR, if he gets an actual roster spot and gets moved up a little bit, since he really hasn't gotten a decent shot, since coming to the league. So curious to see what he actually has to offer. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. And a lot of teams are keeping extra quarterbacks right now, with the concern that if they do lose a quarterback for a couple of weeks, they got to have somebody ready, because you don't want to end up starting like a wide receiver or something like crazy like that, a punter.
For sure.
So, all right. I think we should go ahead. Do you guys want to go ahead and make our picks for week 1?
Yeah.
Any other? Oh wait, no. There was another. Oh, Von Miller got hurt.
Miller, breaking news. Von Miller got injured. Last day of practice today.
They said it was kind of a freak accident thing, but they said that they are afraid it could be season ending.
Yeah, it is reported that it is season ending. He's going to need surgery. So, well wishes to Von Miller. You hate for something to happen like this. Freak accident right before the season kicks off. So get well soon, Von Miller, and we look forward to his return.
Yeah, that's tough. All right then. Let me see if I can pull this up properly. We'll go ahead and make our picks. And I'm going to go ahead and basically make my picks in Yahoo as we go through this.
I just made mine a little bit ago.
Okay,
so
cool.
I made mine when I joined. So to our Slackers, hit the link in our bio on Slac's page. You'll see our link tree. Click our Yahoo You Pick'em League, and this is what your Yahoo You Pick'em League looks like. So A-Dub's going to make his picks while we're live right now. And join us. We'll have prizes, and like A-Dub said, possibly $50. Somebody picked all 16 right.
Yeah, that 50 is gonna be mine. For right now, you guys are gonna witness this now. But yeah, and everybody does have until basically the right before the games to make the pick. So you can pick Thursdays, and then you can pick Sundays. Just as long as you pick Sundays before 10 a.m. on Sunday. So that's the deadline. And then also you can compete just once a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do every single week. But I am thinking too, we'll also do a prize for whoever gets the most right throughout the whole year. At least amongst us, we'll be tracking it because we'll be doing it every year or every week.
For sure.
So, all right, cool. So let's just run through the games real quick then, and we'll talk about how we're feeling. So first up, Thursday night, Kansas City versus Houston.
Go ahead, Mara.
I am wearing a Houston Texans jersey, rocking JJ Watt, but unfortunately, I cannot go with my heart on this one. I'm going to go against Houston. I'm going to pick Kansas City. Them coming off of Super Bowl win, that roster has not changed much. I expect them to come out swinging, full steam ahead, so I'm going to call Kansas City Chiefs on this one.
All right, Strizzy.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think if anything, Kansas City got better than they were last year, in my opinion. You know what I mean? With a bunch of additions that they got, via the draft and via the offseason. But yeah, I think Houston still has a lot of questions to answer at the offensive line spot. So I'm going Kansas City.
Yep, I have to agree with you both. I am going to put my mark on Kansas City. I don't see how they lose this opening game after winning the Super Bowl. It's just, it's their time right now. But I think it'll be a good matchup, high scoring probably.
Definitely.
All
We're
right.
going to run it up.
Yeah. Okay, Seattle at Atlanta. I'll go first on this one. I'm going to go ahead and put my mark on Seattle. I think Atlanta is going to be improved. I think they're going to be more like the Atlanta of the second half than they were the first half of the year last year. But I still think Seattle figured out a way to get it done. And yeah, Russell Wilson, he's that guy. I like him. What do you guys think?
For sure. I agree with you. I'm going to Seattle on this one as well. I do agree that Atlanta is going to be better than they were at the start of the season last year. For some reason, I don't know. We'll talk about it a little bit later on, but I got Seattle taking this one.
I'm going to agree with you guys. We got our go-to guy, Russell Wilson. He always makes it happen. I think Atlanta, they're a tough team to face week one, especially because you don't know what they're coming out with. Or like we said, they're better than they are last year. But I'm definitely going to put my money on Russell Wilson and company. So I'm calling Seattle Seahawks as well.
All right. Strizzy, you want to take us away on this one?
Yeah. Next up, we got the New York Jets at Buffalo Bills. I'll go ahead and go first on this one. I'm definitely taking Buffalo. New York has so many question marks, and Buffalo was so good last year, and they are so much more improved this year than they were last. I think they're going to really challenge the Patriots for the AFC East, and I'm going Buffalo.
Yeah, I agree. I'm putting my mark on Buffalo as well. The Jets, Adam Gase is probably coaching for his career this year, or not his career normally, but not his career per se, but he's going to get head coaching jobs after this if he gets fired and he flames out that badly. But Buffalo will start off strong. I think they'll take this.
I'm going to agree with you all. I'm definitely going to call Buffalo on this one. Josh Allen, they added the piece with Stephon Diggs on the offensive side. I definitely think that's positive for their offense. Their defense has done well, and overall, I don't think the Jets are a team to contend with Buffalo Bills. I do foresee them making a run for the AFC East this year as well. So week one, definitely going to the Bills and the Bills Mafia.
All right. Next up, the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. I'll take this one. I think that the Lions are going to win this one. I think Matthew Stafford hopefully will have a little bit of a resurgence this year if he can stay healthy. Chicago Bears, I think it was the right thing to do by starting Mitch Trubisky, but still a lot going on there. So I'm going with Detroit at home.
Go ahead, Myra.
I'm going to say Detroit at home as well, just because they have their quarterback coming back. At the end of last year, we kind of missed out on him. So I think Detroit is more focused on getting their quarterback back and making sure that their offense is clicking than worrying about Chicago Bears and the fact that they just named Trubisky to starting quarterback. I think because they're at home, they have that home field advantage. So definitely going with the Detroit Lions.
Agreed. I kind of think Chicago's coach is also. I think his job is also on the line this season. But I think with Matthew Stafford coming back, I really think that he was upset. He missed a lot of games last year, and their team kind of failed because of it. So I think he's looking for another resurgence year, and he's going to come back on top, and they'll start the season off 1-0.
All right, that's what's up. Green Bay at Minnesota. Oh, one other thing on Detroit real quick. I'm sorry. I am kind of worried about Swift a little bit. I hope he can be healthy this year.
Yeah.
All right, Green Bay at Minnesota.
I'll go ahead and take that one first. So Green Bay at Minnesota, although Green Bay had quite a bit of roster moves and a lot of people didn't like how they handled their changes at Green Bay, definitely we have to look at the changes that happened at Minnesota. And although I am not a big fan of their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers just finds a way to get it done. So I'm definitely going to call it Aaron Rodgers and company, Green Bay over the Vikings in week one.
Strizzy?
Yeah. I'm calling the same thing. I think I think Minnesota actually wins the division this year, but I think in week 1, I think they drop this one to Green Bay, and then Minnesota get them back later on in the season. So I'm calling Green Bay first game this time around.
All right, I'm going to go against you guys. I'm going with the Vikings and Kirk Cousins. I think they'll find a way to get it at home because they're going to have the volume turned up real loud when they do them skull chants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Green Bay's going to be thinking there were people in the stands, so I'm going with Minnesota. Next, we have Miami at New England. I'll take this one. I think New England is going to win this one. I think they find a way to get it done. I still love Coach Belichick. He's just a masterful dude, and I am excited to see what happens with Cam Newton there. But also Miami's like a little scrappy young team. I want to see what they do this year too.
Patriots, Myra.
I definitely am calling the Patriots on this one. We definitely have Cam Newton starting, although they haven't given him a lot of time to integrate Cam Newton at the quarterback position on the offensive side. I'm definitely rooting for Cam Newton. I wish we had like something exciting where Tua would start over Fitzpatrick, but that's not the case. That's just wishful thinking on a fan side. But
Maybe later. Maybe
later. But definitely calling New England Patriots on this one.
All right, and what do you have on Philadelphia at Washington, the Washington football team?
Crap and crap. They're in our division. They're in the Cowboys division. So I don't care to call a pick. Just kidding. I'm going to call Philadelphia on this one. Washington has a lot to fight for this year. They don't even have a mascot to start off with. But I think Coach good God, I just lost his name. Coach
John Rivera.
Yeah, John Rivera. I definitely think Rivera's in a tough spot right now to make things happen and make things work with Washington. But I'm definitely going to call Philly on this one.
Yeah, I'm going with Philadelphia as well. They're a pretty good team, and they found a way to get a lot of wins last year, even though they had a lot of injuries. They're supposed to be a little bit healthier, have some new wide receiver threats a little bit, so we'll see.
For sure. I'm taking Philly as well. I think Washington is going to be in a lot of games defensively because I obviously think Ron Rivera is a really good coach, but I think offensively is going to be their problem this season in actually getting those wins. And I think, Philadelphia healthy they're a pretty good team. They've been good defensively over the last couple of years, and as long as they're healthy, they'll be fine. So, but Washington has some questions to answer on the offensive side of the ball.
For sure. All right, start us off with this one: the Las Vegas Raiders at the Carolina Panthers.
For sure. If the Raiders were a better team, I'd say they're going to start the year off with a win in the new stadium, but I'm actually going Carolina. I like the way we've looked. I think offensively, we're better than the Raiders are. Just with the piece that we had, we didn't really lose a lot of people. We gained a couple of assets. I think our question mark is going to be our defense. We lost a lot of players on defense. We also gained some really good ones too, but I think Carolina's going to get it done.
Myra?
I think this is the first game we're not agreeing on. I'm actually going to call the Raiders on this one. The Panthers have a new coaching staff. They have a new quarterback. Their defense is questionable. We don't know what the heck we're expecting out of the Panthers out the gate. The same thing for Las Vegas Raiders. We don't know what we're expecting out the gate from them, but those components that I just spoke about for Carolina Panthers are still intact for Las Vegas Raiders. The fact that they kind of flirted with postseason last year, I'm going to put my money on the Raiders on game 1.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't know, though. I'm going to go with Carolina, actually. I'm going to say Matt Rule gets this one, maybe just off of that motivation and just kind of, that initial burst in Carolina, and it is at home at Carolina. So I'm going to go with the Panthers in this one. I think Strizzy's squad gets it done. And then on this next one, I'm going with the Colts. The Indianapolis Colts at Jacksonville. Not much to say there. Let's see what Philip Rivers does this year.
I agree with you. I think the Colts take this one. I think they're a better team from top to bottom. Jacksonville they've lost a bunch of people, man. Like they've lost so many players recently. I'm not even sure who's starting up the, behind the quarterback at the running back position. They still have a lot of young receivers, strong receiving core, but they're still really young. And I just don't see them getting this done. They're going to have kind of a tanking type of year this year, I believe. So Colts for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with you all on this one. Phillip Rivers, now the starting quarterback for the Colts, actually lives very close to the Jacksonville Jaguars Stadium where they will be playing and debuting this Sunday. So it's kind of a hometown feel for him. He's going to have family and friends, possibly, in his corner there. So I'm going to call Phillip Rivers and the Colts. The same thing you all said about Jacksonville. We don't know what to expect from Jacksonville. They lost a lot of people. There's a huge overhaul going on there. I think the same thing as Strizzy. They're just going to tank to possibly get some type of pick at the end of this season. So Colts.
Yeah. All right. Cleveland Browns at Baltimore Ravens.
I'll take this one first. Sorry about that. I'll take this one first. I'm definitely going to go with Lamar Jackson and the offense on this one. I think the Cleveland Browns defense definitely does not have an answer for that offense. So just because they made that really big run last year, I think the Ravens have something to prove this year. So definitely calling the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm also going with the Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson and the Ravens want to come out strong, show what they got. And I think I'm interested to see what happens with J.K. Dobbins. I think he should get a lot of running time, maybe even in front of Mark Ingram.
Yeah, it should be interesting. They've always kept a lot of running backs. Even last year, they had like 3 or 4 running backs. You know what I mean? So
they're going to be in like 2 tight end sets the whole year. So
exactly. Andrew's coming back strong. I know he got injured late last season, so hopefully he can stay healthy the rest of the season. But I'm going Baltimore as well, especially at home. I think Cleveland's I'm hoping that they're better this year with the coaching change, but I think they might be better on like middle of the season, but I don't think they're going to grab first game of the season. Not over Baltimore.
All right, what do you think about the Chargers at Cincinnati Bengals, Strizzy?
Man, this is fun. This is going to be a fun game for me. We get our first look at the first pick at Joe Burrow. So I think that's going to be really cool. AJ Green's set to play too. He's ready to start. He just got confirmed to start week 1. So, hoping to see what he's got left in his tank. Chargers, we just lost Darwin James, which kind of sucks for them. Darwin James. But I am going to go with the Los Angeles veteran defense on this one. I think that they're going to be too much for Cincinnati. Tyrod Taylor will figure out to get it done with them boys.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going with the Chargers as well, but I think the Bengals will show a little something, give us a little flash of why we should pay attention this year.
I actually am going to go against you guys. I'm actually going to call the Bengals on this one. I'm really excited to see what Burrow is going to do with the Bengals offense. His activity on social media lately has been like he's here to win. He's here to make things happen. So I definitely want us to pay attention. I think this is going to call us to pay attention to the Cincinnati Bengals. The fact that Strizzy just brought up is absolutely true. On the opposite side, the Chargers lost Darwin James and they're starting Tyrod Taylor as their starting quarterback. We know he wasn't one of the top picks as quarterbacks, so definitely it's going to be interesting to watch what the Chargers do on the offensive side. I need them to score me some points because I got Cooper Kupp in my fantasy football team, but I'm definitely going to call Cincinnati Bengals on this one.
Nice. Oh, real quick, we got some comments in. Anthony says he's going to knock his out today. Checked in. He's working on some home renovations. Hope it goes well. And then also, Anthony says Browns in an upset over Baltimore week 1. I could kind of see it though, and they played well against them last year, as bad as they did last year.
They did.
Well, I'm going to make sure I check this other screen every once in a while too. We appreciate the comments rolling in. All right, Tampa Bay at New Orleans. I'll go first on this one. I'm actually going to go with Tampa Bay, even though I'm not really like totally on the hype train, but I do think that they'll get it done. And I think that Drew Brees' arm is not going to last this year.
I agree with you. I'm taking Tampa Bay as well. I think that, TB12's arm is kind of on the decline a little bit as well, but I think they have so many weapons. And, between those weapons, like he's not going to have to throw it that far this year, I don't think. You know what I mean? So, so many weapons on that side. I think Tampa Bay gets it done. I think New Orleans kind of, I don't know. I just have a feeling they're going to kind of decline a little bit this year. They're not going to be as good, or New Orleans, they're not going to be as good as they were last year.
I'm going to agree with you guys on this one. For me, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hype is real. The fact that they have added Tom Brady, he's much better in between the ears than Jameis Winston was. So we definitely know he's not going to have so many turnovers, which is positive for their offense because that team last year made a run for the playoffs. I think Tampa Bay is going to – I think it's going to be a very close game. But I do think Tampa Bay is going to win this one, and they have the possibility of stealing this conference from the New Orleans Saints. So, Tampa Bay.
All right. What do you think about the Arizona Cardinals at the San Francisco 49ers, Myra?
Arizona Cardinals at San Francisco 49ers. I really think this is going to be a close game, of course, with the addition of DeAndre Hopkins to that offense. He's got two really big receivers. Kyler Murray has two really big receivers. Sorry about that. My dad keeps calling me. They got two really big receivers on that end for Kyler Murray to connect with. So I think it's going to be a close game. The biggest thing that'll hurt Kyler Murray in this game is San Francisco's San Francisco's defense. So I'm going to go with defense wins championships on this one. I'm going to call it San Francisco.
Yeah, I'll roll with you on that one. I think Arizona's going to have some weapons, but they might not start firing right away. San Francisco defense is tough, and they'll control it and run the ball, and they'll win the game.
Definitely. I agree with you both. San Francisco's going to win this game, but I think Arizona's going to be really fun to watch this year. Just one of those games where, offensively they're going to be fun to watch, but, I still think they win maybe 6 games this season.
Well, that'd be fun.
No, for sure. But they're going to be fun to watch. They're going to be in a lot of games because of their offense. So let's see how they do. For
sure. All right, we got the Sunday night capper of the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, at the Los Angeles Rams. Who wants to start? I'll start. We know what it's going to be. Come on now. The jersey, it's America's team. I do think that the Rams are going to be pretty interesting this year. I think they're going to be pretty good, but Dallas has to win this first game and make a statement under Mike McCarthy. And they're opening up that new stadium. It's just too bad that fans couldn't be there for sure. But I'm excited to see what the stadium looks like too.
I'm going to jump in after you with that one just because it kind of rolled in. I am wearing a Texans jersey just because we got a rep for Texas, but I am a Cowboys fan as well. And it makes it easy in Texas because they're in different conferences to root for both the Cowboys and the Texans. So I'm rolling with you on this one. Dallas is the more loaded team. I was super excited to see what this new stadium was going to look like. But being where it's located, it's probably best for the Rams that they did not see the Dallas Cowboys in week 1 because there are a ton of Dallas Cowboy fans around there. So it would have been in Rams Stadium, but definitely would have looked like a Dallas home crowd. So like I said, regardless, the Dallas Cowboys have what seems to be a much more loaded team. So I'm going to call the Cowboys on this one.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I honestly have no idea what the Rams are going to look like this year. If they're going to look like the Rams 2 years ago or the Rams last year, But I think this is a must-win game for Dallas to start the year off. I don't think they want to start the year off with a loss just because, no matter what they're doing, they're always in the news, you know what I mean? And everybody's looking at this team to be better than what they were last year, especially under the new coach, Mike McCarthy. So I think Dallas does get it done because they're going to be really striving to get this W.
Yeah. All right. Next, Pittsburgh at New York Giants.
I'll go ahead and start with this one. This is a Monday night game, and we know Pittsburgh does great Monday nights. They always come out swinging as contenders. Pittsburgh is now back under Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback, so I think that's a good position for them to get started. Their defense has always been phenomenal, so they're looking for their offense to put up points and help the defense out. New York, we know they were at the bottom of the barrel last year. They have moved some pieces, but I don't think it's anything to contend with the Pittsburgh Steelers, so I'm calling Pittsburgh on Monday night.
Strizzy?
Yeah, I agree. I'm going with Pittsburgh. I'm actually really excited to see the New York Giants play a little bit too. Daniel Jones showed a lot of really, really good things last year. It's like one game she's going for 4 touchdowns, and then the next he's going for 4 interceptions. So hopefully he grow from last year being in his sophomore year. But I think Pittsburgh back under Roethlisberger and getting Juju back healthy is a really big deal. I'm definitely taking Pittsburgh on this game, and that defense was scary as hell second half of last year. So Let's see how they look again with the rest of the season.
Yeah. I'm actually taking Pittsburgh as well. I think they're going to be pretty good this year. And I think this is like kind of a weird matchup to start off the Monday night. But, it is what it is.
Yeah.
This next matchup, though, I think is really dope. Tennessee Titans at Denver Broncos. I'll start off this one. I think the Tennessee Titans will win this one. Although I am excited to see what the Denver Broncos do this year. I think the Titans start off with their big money guys with Tannehill and Henry and get this first W to start off or to end the first week of the season.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm definitely calling Tennessee Titans on this one. They're much more of a proved team than the Denver Broncos. They made that legitimate push last year in the AFC Championship, so I think they're going to come out the gate swinging. So Tennessee Titans to wrap up Monday Night Football.
Agreed. I'm taking Tennessee as well. I think they are just a better all-around team than Denver. Also, like we talked about, losing a huge piece on the defensive side. The one thing that I'm interested to see is how Melvin Gordon. Yeah, Melvin Gordon. How Melvin Gordon comes in and kind of takes over the running back spot for the Denver Broncos. But even with him being there, it's kind of weird because Lindsey has been so good these last couple of years, and I really think he shouldn't have shared any carries last year with any other back. He should have been their bell cow. And when they got him the carries, man, he was by far the better back. So we'll see what they do with Lindsey. I'm kind of rooting for him. He's one of the shorter running backs, but dude's been a beast for the last 2 seasons, man. They got to get him more carries.
No, I agree. All right, and then one last thing I have to do for this is, we have to pick for both. So we have these tiebreakers, or they have these tiebreakers, just in case people get the same amount of picks right. It goes to these tiebreakers. Normally, it's just Monday Night Football, but I guess since there's 2 Monday Night Football games, there's 2
games. Yeah.
This, I think, is going to be 24-15. I have no reason why.
I think mine's close too. I got Titans scoring 24 as well. I got Broncos going 21.
Got you. Yeah, I think it'll be like that.
It's such an odd number, though.
Well, I know, but sometimes, they might go for 2 and not get it, then kick a field goal. I don't know. So many possibilities. But also, the total, I wonder, does it go by the actual scores for each, or does it go by the total number of points? Because it used to just go by, the total points. You used to just put, 39 points or something.
Yeah, it used to be.
I don't know. Okay. So now I got to really think about this Pittsburgh score. They're not going to run it up too much, but they're going to score a lot too.
I got 26-14. Oh,
26-14. I said 27-12.
Super close.
Who will score the most points this week, and who will score the fewest? See, come on. If you do these tiebreakers, you'll never get to this tiebreaker number 2. This is kind of ridiculous. Who will score the most points this week?
I think it's between 2 teams.
Who? I'll tell you mine.
I think it's going to be between New England and Baltimore.
Mine was between 2, Kansas City and Baltimore.
Okay.
But I put Kansas City. I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes in the arm.
I'm just kind of thinking Kansas City too, just because
it's
opening night, and it just might be sloppy out there. They might just score a lot.
That's right.
Yeah, that's who I'm going to go with too. Oops, I scrolled way too far.
Sadly, they're playing my Houston Texans, but I think they're going to come out swinging.
Who are the Jaguars playing again?
The Jags are playing.
Was it the Colts? It was the Colts, I think.
Yeah. I did put.
Yeah, Colts.
I'm such a hater. I hate Washington Redskins so bad. Oh, I'm sorry. The Washington team.
The Washington football team.
I put Washington on fewest points scored.
Oh, man. Okay. So after you do all these tiebreakers, then all you have to do is click save your picks. Boom. You're locked in.
Ready to go.
Locked
in. Right. So there's mine. I'm complete. I'm entered. I'm good to go. All right. So I'm going to shut this thing down. Go back over to you guys.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we got our picks locked in. It's just that easy. Obviously, it wouldn't take that long if you're just doing it by yourself, but there you go. All right. Should we do our Super Bowl picks? Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have the Super Bowl prediction or any bold predictions for this year?
Oh, dang. I didn't do Super Bowl predictions.
I have my
we got to kind of put them in. I mean, it's the start of the season.
Yeah, my Super Bowl. I'll go first. My Super Bowl prediction coming out of the NFC. I actually have the Seattle Seahawks coming out of the NFC. I don't know why. Just for some reason, I just really like their team this year. I think they're going. I think they're going to find some ways to win. Russell Wilson's a beast, obviously. So have them coming out of the NFC. Then out of the AFC, I think it's. I'm saying it's Baltimore's year. I think they ended not so well last year, not the way they wanted to end it. So I think they come back this year, and I think they beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game.
Gotcha. I'll go next. I think honestly, it's a homer pick. I hate to say it like this, but I think the Cowboys, it's their year. Yeah. I think if Mike McCarthy's going to win a Super Bowl with the Cowboys, it's going to be this year. I think he has to do it. And the way I see it is just get into the playoffs. Just win your division. They're in a division that's not the strongest. Just win your division, get into the playoffs, and then from there, you win 3-4 games in a row and make it happen. So, but I think it's actually going to be a throwback to 1995, to the last time the Cowboys were in the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Dallas Cowboys, and the Cowboys will win. And I think Pittsburgh, basically because they added the extra wild card spots, I think Pittsburgh's going to get in, and I think they could match up with a team like Baltimore in the playoffs and actually take them out only because of the familiarity, because they play them so often. Yeah. So that's my prediction. I'm going with that. I'm going to put that on record. And Myra, if you want to make a pick, you can now, or if not, that's okay.
I got it. No, I told you. I'll talk. I got it.
Cowboys no way, homie. I mean, I don't want to miss this boat. I don't want to miss this boat if this is the chance. I don't know. But our viewers did just go down when I said that, but that's okay. Guys, Super Bowl, Seattle Seahawks versus Houston Texans. That would be dope. Cowboys will win 12 games this year. So that's my thing. If they win 12 games this year, they're in the playoffs. And then if they're in the playoffs, anything can happen. The Eagles won a Super Bowl, so I don't know.
That's real.
I love the whole team, Houston Texans, but Houston Texans are not making it into the Super Bowl. I am going to call the Dallas Cowboys America's team.
America's team.
The reason I say this is because Mike McCarthy, this is the new era of Mike McCarthy, and I feel like it's like that we got to win mentality. The pieces that we added on offense this year are phenomenal. I really think the Cowboys can make a run to the Super Bowl. We got to 1995. We have to make an appearance. I think we are going to see the Kansas City Chiefs for a possible repeat in the Super Bowl. So I'm calling Kansas City Chiefs against the Dallas Cowboys. My heart wants to call the Cowboys for a Super Bowl win, but unfortunately, I think KC is going to go for a repeat. So I would say Kansas City.
Kansas City.
It's definitely a pick.
All right, I like it. Yeah. And then Anthony has Chiefs over the Saints.
I don't think
they'll win a lot this year, but they'll mess it up at the end. I can definitely see that too.
So can I. But
I just have faith that the head coach might make the difference. We'll see.
Head coach change, yeah. That's gonna be the difference for you guys' team altogether is the coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys should have been there last year, in my opinion, but the coach just was the problem. Coach was the problem big time.
Anthony Weston likes the pick. Myra.
Thank you. My second pick, if I didn't go with my heart and call the Cowboys, was going to be the Chiefs versus the Buccaneers. So if I throw a second Super Bowl prediction out there, I got the versus the Buccaneers. So
yeah, you can definitely throw a wild card out there.
Definitely.
I don't know who my wild card Super Bowl would be. Maybe the Titans, but I don't think that they can do that run again. We'll see. All right. Any other bold predictions? I don't really have anything yet for this.
Me neither. I kind of want to wait a little bit.
I mean, this would be something along the lines of, the Cowboys will have 3,000-yard receivers or something like that,
Yeah.
But I haven't. I don't know. I'm not really sure yet. I'm just hoping as a prediction for this year, we get through it, and and everybody stays healthy, and there's no crazy type of loss of a player like a big player. So we'll see. Bucks will win at least 8 games this year. I think so too. I think they'll do their thing. All right.
See them winning more.
We will be sure We'll be sure to get Marcus's pick though when it's time for that, or we'll get his pick and maybe put it on the post, or we'll get it next week or whatever. Anthony Weston also has a second wild card pick, Ravens Bucks, if he's not picking the Chiefs.
That's a good pick.
All right. So I think let's keep it moving. This is the Slack Express. So we took a little bit of time with the picks. Let's get going.
Like usual.
Yeah. All right.
I'm waiting for this, son.
Let's go.
It's official now. Go ahead.
Look, hey, we should have been in 4. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have dropped 4, but we got it done at 5. You know what I'm saying? I said it a while ago that we were gonna beat the Bucks in the semifinals and get to the Eastern Conference Finals. That was back when we did those picks, you know what I'm saying, a little while ago before the bubble started. Shout out to the boys, man. Like, I don't want to hear nothing about Giannis ain't play games or half of 4 and all of 5. Like, we were already up 3-0. Man, we kind of had them on lock. We did our thing. Started off slow in game 5, but we finished it up, baby. You know what I'm saying? We're going out to the Eastern Conference Finals where we belong. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it, man. Excited. Miami in 5, baby.
Yeah. No, I like it. I mean, they came out strong and they kind of like took their will away right away.
Yeah,
we saw and we kind of did talk about it. We're like, this series looks like it's pretty much over.
Yes, sir.
My dog.
No. My dog.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yes.
Oh, see, we got shirt gang and no shirt gang.
Yeah, I'm here for shirt gang today.
How was the first day of school? Can they ask me how was the first day of school? It was good?
I loved it.
That's what's up. All right. I'm glad y'all are doing your thing. Learn and read and all that.
All that.
All right. That's what's up, though.
Dre's basketball team this year was the Heat, and we've really been watching playoffs. So it was just so perfect that today, first day of school, he wore his Heat jersey. So
Mom,
yeah,
how do I open this?
congratulations, Drizzy. They did it.
Mom, how do I
Yeah.
Keep going. Next round.
As expected, I'm saying, hey man, we're 7, but we're 8-1, 8-1 in the playoffs right now. So we're getting it
Pretty
done.
darn good.
We're getting
Hey,
it done.
Cruz posted something today about like inspiration about Jimmy Butler. Man, that is just a phenomenal story. Like,
Yeah, man, it's been a while for him.
yeah, been through a lot, kind of owned that road and made it happen. So just like a reminder, you know, keep going. Like, doesn't matter how bad your circumstances are. Shoot for the stars, make things happen.
For sure. No, I like it. And he's definitely been a big leader for that young team.
Definitely huge.
Anthony says, please take out Boston. I agree.
I'm trying, man. They're next. They're next.
And Alex says Bucks played well without Giannis, which I do agree. They still played well.
They did. Middleton really stepped up today.
They're getting ready for next year. Getting ready for next year when he's gone.
For sure.
Oh, man. Okay, but the Clippers, they went up 2-1 on the Nuggets last night. They did their thing. Kawhi had the middle finger block, which was pretty cool.
Right.
The Celtics are up 3-2 on the Raptors. That game is tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
So they could potentially take them out. The Raptors are on the brink of elimination. We'll see what happens with them, the defending champs from last year. Of course, Lakers Rockets is 1-1. Game 3 is on tonight. We're not going to talk about any more specifics from there. The East looks like it's getting pretty set, and the West, it looks like it's still kind of, we'll see what happens with it. But I am really entertained by these series. I do like it a lot so far.
They have been great. I think from a fan's perspective, it's the hope that we needed right now during this whole pandemic. Like the opportunity to, be distracted by something that we enjoy, like a great pastime, is super helpful. The series have been great. I saw a great comparison today, and I thought it was super cool to share with you all. A lot of people give Booker flack for being in Phoenix and what he possibly could do. But I saw a comment that said, if Booker was in the East with that same talent, they could make a run. And I'm looking at it like it's possibly true, especially because the West is so stacked and it's so hard to get out of the West. So good comparison there with Devin Booker moving them to the East.
Yeah. I agree. Unc says Giannis is going to New Jersey. Whoa.
Oh, no. I think Giannis supposed to head out west.
You mean Brooklyn, though, right? We're talking about the Nets.
Yeah.
I assume. But yeah, what were we talking about before that though? Oh, just like the playoff matchups. Yeah, it has been exciting. One other thing I did want to mention though, sorry, before I totally lose my train of thought, the team staffs can bring family in starting next round, which is cool. I feel like as more teams are leaving the bubble, that's when they're like, okay, we can let a little bit more people in, which makes sense. But LeBron did make comments that it's not like a kid-friendly place, which was kind of interesting. He's like, they can only go to the pool so often. So we'll see what's up with that.
I saw a hilarious meme with Russell Westbrook. So supposedly Russell Westbrook's family is not in the bubble. And it was like Russell Westbrook looking at the family section, like the hell with them kids. I thought it was hilarious just because I know Russell Westbrook's mentality. But that's what I love about him. He's got that pit bull mentality to make stuff happen, especially when it's game time. So up against the Lakers, I'm rooting for my Rockets. So
yeah, we'll see what's up with that. So the other thing, though, another thing that was awesome for you, Myra, is Trez from the Clippers won 6th Man of the Year. Did we talk about that yet?
I think we briefly brought it up. Did we?
I think we briefly brought it up last time.
Okay, so that's what's up. So we're basically just waiting on the MVP, see who that's going to be. The finalists are LeBron, Giannis, and James Harden. So that'll be interesting to see. We'll see what's up with that.
Definitely. Me as a fan, it's hard to root in the West because I do really like the Clippers and I root for the Houston Rockets as my hometown team. So it is really tough to root in the West. So it is great that one of the Clippers players did secure 6th Man of the Year. It was, Lou Will and Trez, and then we had Schroeder from OKC. Because of what just happened with Trez, I was kind of worried about it, but still, they capitalized and gave it to him. So as a Clippers fan, that's exciting.
For sure.
Man.
What's up?
No, I was gonna say while we're on the Clippers, the all-team defensive, the first and second all-defensive teams came out today, and I don't know, man. I can't see Pat Bev on all these first team, second teams, man. I guess I don't see it.
Y'all hate so much.
But I hate on them for like different reasons. I just feel like,
so that is one thing, and let me run through it real quick. So the first team all defense was Marcus Smart, Ben Simmons, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Anthony Davis, Rudy Gobert.
Mm-hmm.
And the second team was Patrick Beverley, Eric Bledsoe, Kawhi Leonard, Bam Adebayo, and Brook Lopez.
Right.
Who votes for them?
I don't know, but I'm thinking about players that, in my opinion, definitely I think deserve kind of a spot. Would be like Zoe out of New Orleans. Like he's a monster this year. Drew Holiday, always a monster on the defensive side. I mean, like Pat Bev was like 58 in steals this year. Like he wasn't even top, top 25.
You can put LeBron in there if you want to talk about point guards.
You can, you know what I mean? Like even at the forward spot, but LeBron played well. He's been playing well defensively, in the playoffs so far. So, with the block shots and the chase downs and stuff like that. But it's not a knock to Pat Bev necessarily, but
blocking midgets.
True. He's been stuffing the hell out.
I don't mean to say it like that. I'm sorry.
I know what you mean. But it's just been crazy. I just I would have filled a couple more spots other than Pat Bev before I threw Pat Bev in there. Especially because he was talking a little bit to Jokic, and he brought up Luka Doncic's name earlier too, which is like chill with all that. Like I don't know, you're not on either one of their levels. Chill, bro.
Right. I would have put Russell Westbrook in there first. Like to me, Russell Westbrook plays much better defense.
Agreed.
Patrick Beverley, but that's why I said like who votes these in? What are they?
The writers and stuff. Whoever has the MVP votes, I don't know.
They're the same votes.
Last thing though, the coaching carousel. We did say we would be watching this for updates. The Nets did select Steve Nash. We have all summer. What's that?
Did y'all like that? Did y'all like the Steve Nash pick?
I like it, yeah. But I say we have all summer to talk about that for sure. I do want to get into maybe next week when we talk about maybe we could talk about Stephen A's reaction and things like that. But I don't want to get into all that right now. So we definitely just want to give you the update, though, that he was hired, and we can gather our thoughts on that. And then I think we'll keep it moving.
Yep.
Let's get it.
So what's next again?
Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports. One thing on NBA real quick. Anthony Weston with the breaking news. Donovan just parted with OKC.
Yeah, They mutually separated. They both.
Wow, I didn't see that yet. So
Yeah.
that's another one to add to the coaching carousel for sure.
Yeah.
I will have to update our little tracker. All right. So let's do NHL playoffs. Let's just get it over with. The Avalanche are out. It was Game 7. We talked about it briefly on Friday. On Friday, by the way, we did an NFL preview. It's on our YouTube. It's on our Facebook too, I think.
Yeah.
And right before that, I was watching the Avalanche Game 7. It was in overtime, and they lost. So that was tough. They're out. Right now, it's the Vegas Knights versus Dallas in the West, and then the Islanders versus the Tampa Bay Lightning in the East.
Yeah, I think
0-1.
Yeah, I think Dallas Stars, they're up right now, right?
Yeah, they're up 1-0 or 1-0 on the Knights.
Yeah, and the Lightning are up too. I think it might be the Lightning's year, man. Honestly, I thought it was their year last year, but they got bounced in the first round, swept. That was real uncharacteristic for how good they were offensively last year. But I think they're picking up from last year. Like, this can't happen again. So I think it might be the Lightning's year.
Right. We'll definitely see. It's going to be interesting, but you know, it's now it's way lower on the priority now that the Avalanche are out. I gotta be perfectly honest about that. In baseball, the Yankees are slumping. They're like in a 5-14 stretch, which is crazy. The Dodgers, they're 30-12, which is pretty super legit. That's like they would easily go over 100 games at that pace. A couple other losses in baseball. Rest in peace, Tom Seaver. Rest in peace, Lou Brock. Yeah. This year, I mean, obviously, it's going to go down in history books so many different ways. But it's just like it seems crazy lately.
I know, man. I know. I'm tired of losing people. It's insane, dude. It's been a really rough year for sure.
So, but with that, baseball, they're chugging towards the playoffs. Really, it's kind of crazy how fast the season has gone. But basically, a couple more weeks left, and we'll see what's happening with that. NCAA football is now basically underway. There were some games last Saturday. The ACC and the Big 12 start this week. So Saturday, there's going to be OU football for you, Strizzy.
I know.
Oklahoma back in action.
Super excited about that.
The SEC is still a few weeks away. I think they don't start till like the 24th.
Yeah.
But I am excited to see college football back. Like I'm going to be watching. It's going to be weird that there's going to be less games, though, without those other conferences. But I'm excited to see how it plays out. You got to see what's happening. And I'm excited to see what happens with the fans, too, because a lot of these places are basically saying they're going to let fans in. So that's going to be an interesting look.
Crazy, especially like with outbreaks at the University of Alabama already. Like they've had significant outbreaks when students came back to campus. So that's going to be very interesting on how they're going to put fans behind in the stands. So
no, I agree. And even like I think Tennessee was supposed to do a scrimmage on Saturday, and they had like 39 people unavailable on their from their team. Like it's like, how are you going to play games at that rate?
Oh.
So we'll see what happens. Hopefully they get it together and make it through. Last thing for other sports, Messi is out. Is going to stay at Barcelona.
Yeah.
So that's the final update for now until next year, until next season on As the World Turns.
That's crazy.
He thought that the opt-out clause was still going to work, but apparently it was not applicable. Basically, there was a hard deadline date, but he thought it was basically till the end of the season. And since COVID extended when they were playing, he thought he could still make it work with sending that letter. So instead of spending that crazy money to get out of it, he's going to stay there for another year, and then we'll see where he goes next.
$800 million. That's a lot of money to get out of a contract.
800 million.
700 million euros. It's like 800 million in dollars. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like 843 million.
We were like, let me do the conversion. Like, this is real. What is going on here?
Insane. That's a lot of money. I stay put too.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. $800 million is a lot to lose. It's better to keep the bag secured and stay put. Like I said earlier, like that was like the biggest psych, but contracts and negotiations stand firm. So his agent or whoever his management team is right now should be kicking themselves in the tail for not pushing forward on those hard deadlines that are written in contracts.
Yeah. Okay, for other sports, Serena plays tomorrow in the U.S. Open.
Mhm.
I'm rooting for her all the way. I hope she just gets it done. She's got to just get it done right now. But I think that's pretty much it for other sports. Did you guys have anything else?
No, I think we touched everything that I wanted to bring up.
Quick wrap.
All right, then. Myra, it's on you to bring the Slac Express into the station. It's time for this or that.
Or that. So we never talk about like coaches. We always talk about players. So this time I took a look at the top NFL coaches. So if you were a football player, would you rather be coached by number 1, Bill Belichick, or number 2, Vince Lombardi?
Wow. Well, I think I would have to say Bill Belichick, just 'cause I don't know nothing about Vince Lombardi. I don't know exactly how he was.
So let me just give you a little bit of stats. So Vince Lombardi coached Green Bay 1959 to 1967, and then Washington in 1969. His record was 96, 34, and 6. He was 9-1 in playoffs. He had 6 division titles, 3 NFL championships, 1961, 62, and 65. Super Bowl 1 and 2 champion, Pro Football Hall of Fame, class of 1971.
So this dude,
100 all-time team in 2019.
and now give me just a quick rundown on Bill Belichick. We already know he's got 6 rings. So just give me the record. Just give me the record on Bill Belichick.
So just a little back, like, yeah.
Okay.
So he coached with Cleveland from 1991 to 1995, and coached with New England 2000 to present. His record over 25 years has been 273 wins, 127 losses. He's 31-12 in playoffs. He has 17 division titles, 9 Super Bowl appearances, 6 Super Bowl championships, and he's part of the NFL 100 all-time team in 2019.
Yeah, give me that dude like all day. And I just love his personality. He's so funny. And I know that he'll try to get every advantage for me. So I got to go with that guy. Vince Lombardi, he was great and all that. It looks like the record was great, but he just was early on, and he just won the first 2. So that's why he got the name of the trophy and stuff.
Agreed. I think for me, you know, if you get a chance to play for a dude like Belichick, you take it. You know what I mean? Especially if you have the personality for it. And not everybody does.
It might not be for everybody.
For sure, not everybody does. But for me, like, I'm trying to win. You know what I mean? Like, and that's my number one goal. To be able to win, be successful, and win ships at the same time. So not saying, you know, Lombardi didn't do that, but I'm kind of like A-Dub with this one. Like, I don't, you know, Lombardi's way before our time. So
right.
I'm
definitely because Anthony says what era too. He brought up a good point.
We always throw wrenches in the question here with y'all. What era? Vince
I definitely don't want Cleveland Browns Bill Belichick.
Oh, of course not. I want the six rings Bill Belichick.
Right.
So I would agree with you all. We have had the opportunity to watch Bill Belichick coach. We know what he's capable of. We know the mindset and the willingness to capture a win. So definitely, if I played football as well, I would definitely want to be coached by Bill Belichick.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, that's what's up. So, I think it's time for a final say. We were gonna have a guest come on and talk about their business, but I think we're gonna have to do that next week.
I'll say that for next week, yeah.
So, do you guys have anything else for final say that you want to say other than?
I do want to shout out a local business. I know we're in different areas. I'm in Texas. Y'all are in Arizona. So I just wanted to shout out to Down South Decals and More. I definitely want to work with them on doing something for our show, something for us, something fun with the decals. They did my car this past week. Amazing service. The quality was amazing. I've had so many compliments on the decals and things I've done to my vehicle. So hit them up, Down South Decals and More. They are on Instagram and Facebook if you're in the Down South Texas area. Hit them up and I'll share their profile with you, AW, so we can share it on our notes.
That's what's up. All right, that's what's up. Yeah. I want to, definitely give me like a picture of the decal from your car and stuff like that too, and I'll throw it on there. So because that's what's up. I want to check that out. And yeah, if we can do something for us, that'd be tight.
Yeah,
so I definitely want to get a couple things in motion for sure.
Definitely. And now that we're doing our little You Pick 'em league, we can have extra little goodies to give away. So definitely want to partner with that on doing something.
For sure. All right. Do you want to talk about your confetti, Myra?
Do I want to talk about my confetti?
Are you going to do that later?
I mean, we could talk about it. So we recently celebrated our Slaciversary on Friday, September 4th. So a huge thank you to my hosts up above me, Strizzy and AW, for bringing Slac to the forefront, having the idea, and then just bringing me along for the ride. Strizzy and I have a hilarious story of how we met. So I appreciate being brought on as a special guest and now a permanent special guest. So being the girl that I am, I told the guys, like, go get like a confetti cannon and like, let's pop it for our Slaciversary. But obviously it's not well thought out if we're inside and we have to clean the confetti afterwards. So.
Well, yeah, I got one. But I was looking at this thing. It's got all these warnings and stuff. I was feeling kind of suspect. I was like, and I got a lot of stuff in here. I was like, I don't know if I should do this. You know, my dustbuster might not handle this.
So I bought mine, right? And like I get to the counter to pay for it, and it has no barcode, and it looks like this. So mine looks really suspect already.
Oh yeah, yours might have been somebody attempted to pop that off.
My bottom's tampered with. So, and this is like the twist side. So I'm like, yeah, we'll save it. We'll save it for tomorrow. My kids will have fun with this tomorrow.
All right, cool. Yeah, we'll pop ours off too at some point when we're somewhere else. Not in the toy box. So, all right then. Well, I think that's about it.
Really quick, like we just said, shout out to our girl Myra. As you guys know or don't know, her birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday to our girl. Happy birthday to our girl. So if you haven't already, give us some birthday shout outs. Hit her up tomorrow. Give her birthday wishes. All that fun stuff. Again, I know we thank you and Marcus a lot. Last week on Friday for coming along with the ride, but again, we can't express how appreciative we are for you guys being here with us as we've done this over the last 365 days.
Yeah.
And you guys listening and watching as well. We do have another new social media aspect. I did create a TikTok page for Slac to kind of build up some new followers. So that's been really, really cool. I've gotten a lot of talk about that as well. So as always, follow us on all social media platforms. Links in the bio that'll take you guys to basically everything. Don't forget to put your picks in before the games on Thursday, Sunday, and upcoming on Monday. And
I'm really excited about that.
Me too, man. I can't wait. Much success to everybody who did some fantasy drafts this weekend. I know we did. I got into 3 of them.
Yeah. I was actually pleased with how my team came out. Like, it was pretty cool.
I know.
But
A-Dub did get best draft in class on my fantasy football
Lamar
league.
Jackson.
We got Lamar Jackson, Strizzy.
Yeah, I know.
We did do the auction draft, and the cool thing is, all 4 of us are in this league together. So Marcus is in this league too. So I think that league we should follow and talk about as we go along. This should be
a lot of bragging going on.
Right.
That's funny because my league is called Fam Bam Bragging Rights League. So definitely.
Okay, I'm getting out.
We might have to put together like some little separate clips where we go over those.
Yeah. Do you see that parenting fail right there? What is going on? On live, just putting it out there. But yeah, my league, Fam Bam Bragging Rights League, all 4 of us are in there, and definitely this brings out the competitive spirit in friends. A whole lot of shit talk, so let's keep it coming. Definitely follow that league.
For sure.
Yeah. Hey, look, we gotta talk to Jessie real quick too. She was wilding trying to pay $70 for Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get your girl. You know what I'm saying? Let her know.
Budget.
That's a bad call.
I was watching like, where did y'all come from spending
I'm
this?
like, they're gonna run it up. I was like, whoa.
I got see for 60. I was like, all right, cool, bet. I'm with it.
I should have got like a prize for having the most money left over afterwards. Like, how did
That's
y'all
how I was. I don't know.
money? And my son's basketball coach, Uni, who joins us sometimes, Uni Landa, he's like, hey, where do I get the New York Yankees salary cap? I'm like, nah, bro.
Oh yeah.
Down quick. I was like, how are you gonna get 9 players with like $50 dollars?
I know. I was watching that too. I was like, all right, I had a little bit of money to spend, so certain players was like, I'm gonna get that person. Like,
right.
So I'm finally getting the strategy now.
I actually got best in draft class in Strizzy's league, and in my league, you won it. So that was pretty cool.
See, we know what's going on. We're on our way.
Why not?
Yeah. All right, that's what's up. Well, I think then
Lakers rocket.
Yeah, about to go check out this game. Oh, Eric checking in, beloveds. It's all good. I know you're working. Usually sneaks during work, but we appreciate you checking in with us. Definitely catch the replay because I think that was Say Like a Champ episode 54. The Slac Express.
Yes, sir.
True.
I didn't really say anything about the anniversary. I do want to say though, I do appreciate my boy Strizzy for inspiring me all the time. Definitely with that video, he inspired me to make a video, but just this whole actually podcast for real. He was like, let's finally do this, and kind of dragged me along, and now we're up and running, man. I really appreciate you. It's been a very fun time, and we're gonna keep it rocking.
Absolutely.
But after that though, no more celebrations until like 100 episodes or 2 years or whatever.
For sure.
We're just gonna put our head down and grind and keep trying to get better every week like we do. So
absolutely, man. We've been killing it. I love it. I love seeing what we're putting out, man. It's great.
For sure. So all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. I am A-Dub.
It's your boy Strizzy.
It's your girl Myra May.
And it is definitely
our super producer Marcus, and it's definitely
Taco Tuesday.